Have you ever felt emotional pain so intense that it almost became physical? Not just sadness, not just disappointment, but real pain, a tight chest, sleepless nights, no appetite, a racing heart, a constant feeling that something inside you has broken forever. Most people think heartbreak only affects the mind, but science tells a very different story. In fact, losing someone you love can trigger a chain reaction throughout your entire body. Your brain changes, your hormones go into survival mode, your immune system weakens, your heart begins to function differently. And in extremely rare cases, a broken heart can actually become a life-threatening medical condition. Today, we're exploring the shocking science behind heartbreak. What really happens inside your body after emotional trauma? Can grief literally damage your heart? And most importantly, can your body ever fully recover? Let's begin. Imagine receiving a phone call that changes your life forever. Maybe the person you loved has left. Maybe someone close to you has passed away. Or perhaps years of trust disappear in a single conversation. In that exact moment, your brain doesn't simply register emotional pain, it reacts as if your survival is under attack. Deep inside your brain is a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Its primary job is to detect danger. The problem is, your brain often struggles to distinguish between physical threats and emotional ones. To your nervous system, heartbreak isn't just sadness, it's a crisis. Within seconds, stress hormones flood your bloodstream. Adrenaline makes your heart beat faster. Cortisol raises your blood pressure. Your breathing changes. Your muscles tighten. Your digestive system slows down. Your body prepares to fight or run, except there's nowhere to run. The threat isn't outside, it's inside your mind. This stress response is incredibly useful if you're escaping a predator. But when emotional pain lasts for weeks or months, the same survival system begins working against you. Researchers have discovered that prolonged emotional stress can increase inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is your body's natural defense system, but when it stays active for too long, it starts damaging healthy tissues. This is one reason why people experiencing heartbreak often report headaches, fatigue, digestive problems, muscle pain, weakened immunity, and even chronic illnesses becoming worse. Your body isn't imagining these symptoms, they're real. Heartbreak changes your biology, but perhaps the most fascinating discovery comes from brain imaging studies. Scientists found that the same brain regions activated during physical pain also become active during emotional rejection. In other words, your brain processes heartbreak in remarkably similar ways to physical injury. That's why people say, "My heart hurts," or "It feels like someone punched me in the chest." These aren't just metaphors. Your brain is literally interpreting emotional pain as physical suffering. And this connection becomes even more astonishing when we look at what happens to the heart itself. To be continued. For centuries, people believed that the phrase broken heart was simply poetic, a metaphor, a way to describe emotional pain. But modern medicine has revealed something astonishing. Sometimes, a broken heart is very real. Doctors call it Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, more commonly known as broken heart syndrome. Although rare, this condition can strike suddenly after an intense emotional shock, the loss of a loved one, a painful divorce, a devastating betrayal, even overwhelming fear or extreme stress. In these moments, your body releases an enormous surge of stress hormones, especially adrenaline. Normally, adrenaline helps you survive dangerous situations. It makes your heart beat faster. It increases blood flow to your muscles. It prepares you to fight or escape. But when the surge becomes overwhelming, it can temporarily stun the heart muscle. Instead of pumping normally, part of the heart suddenly weakens. Its shape changes, its ability to pump blood decreases. The symptoms are terrifying: sharp chest pain, shortness of breath, cold sweats, and irregular heartbeat. Many patients believe they're having a heart attack. Even experienced doctors often can't tell the difference at first. Only after medical tests do they discover something surprising. The coronary arteries are completely open. There are no dangerous blockages. The heart has been injured, not by cholesterol, not by clogged arteries, but by emotional stress. This discovery completely changed the way scientists understand the connection between emotions and physical health. For years, doctors treated the heart and the brain as two separate systems. Now we know they are deeply connected. Every strong emotion sends signals throughout your nervous system. Every stressful thought triggers chemical reactions inside your body. Every painful memory can influence your heartbeat. Your emotions are not just in your head, they affect every organ in your body. Fortunately, most people with broken heart syndrome recover within days or weeks. Their heart gradually returns to normal, but not everyone is so lucky. In severe cases, the weakened heart struggles to pump enough blood. Dangerous complications can develop, irregular heart rhythms, heart failure, blood clots, and in very rare situations, death. Thankfully, these outcomes are uncommon, but they remind us of an important truth. Emotional pain deserves to be taken seriously, because your body certainly does. Even if you never develop broken heart syndrome, prolonged stress can quietly damage your cardiovascular system over time. High blood pressure, persistent inflammation, elevated heart rate, poor sleep, all of these increase the workload on your heart day after day. This is why doctors often say healing emotionally is also healing physically. Your heart doesn't just respond to exercise and nutrition, it responds to your relationships, your experiences, your thoughts, and even your hope. But heartbreak affects far more than your heart alone. One of the biggest victims of prolonged emotional pain is something you rely on every single day, your immune system. And that's where the story becomes even more surprising. If heartbreak can weaken the heart, what else can it do? The answer surprised scientists because emotional pain doesn't stop at your heart. It spreads throughout your entire body. One of its biggest targets is your immune system. Under normal conditions, cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, helps regulate inflammation and keeps your body balanced. But when emotional stress continues for weeks or even months, cortisol levels remain elevated. At first, your immune system becomes overactive, then, over time, it begins to weaken. This is why many people notice something strange after a painful breakup or the loss of someone they love. They catch colds more often, minor illnesses seem to last longer, small injuries heal more slowly. Even allergies and chronic conditions can become worse. Your body is investing so much energy in surviving emotional stress that it has fewer resources left to protect itself, and the effects don't stop there. Think about the last time you were under intense stress. Did you struggle to sleep? Did your appetite disappear? Or perhaps you couldn't stop eating. That's because the same hormones affecting your heart are also disrupting the parts of your brain responsible for sleep, hunger, and emotional regulation. Some people lose weight rapidly. Others gain weight unexpectedly. Neither happens because they suddenly lack willpower. Their biology has changed. Heartbreak also affects one of the most important parts of your brain, the hippocampus. This small structure plays a critical role in learning and memory. During prolonged periods of stress, high cortisol levels can interfere with how the hippocampus functions. That's why people experiencing grief often say things like, I can't concentrate. I keep forgetting simple things. My mind feels foggy. These experiences are not signs of weakness. They're signs of a brain working overtime to process emotional trauma. Researchers have even found that social rejection activates many of the same neural pathways involved in physical pain. In other words, your brain responds to emotional loss as though you've been physically injured. That's why a painful breakup can feel overwhelming. It's not just in your head, your brain is producing a genuine pain response. There's another surprising effect of chronic stress: inflammation. While short-term inflammation helps your body heal, long-term inflammation can slowly damage healthy tissues. Scientists have linked chronic inflammation to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, depression, metabolic disorders, and other health problems. This doesn't mean heartbreak automatically causes these conditions, but it does show how closely emotional and physical health are connected. Perhaps the most dangerous part of heartbreak is that many people try to ignore it. They tell themselves to be strong, to move on, to pretend nothing happened. But emotions don't disappear simply because we refuse to acknowledge them. Unprocessed grief often finds another way to express itself, sometimes through anxiety, sometimes through exhaustion, sometimes through physical symptoms that seem unrelated. Your body always keeps the score. It listens to every sleepless night, every suppressed emotion, every silent tear. But here's the encouraging news: none of this damage has to be permanent. The human brain is remarkably adaptable. The heart has an incredible capacity to recover, and with time, support, and healthy habits, your body can begin repairing itself in ways that are truly extraordinary. So, how does healing actually happen? And why do some people emerge from heartbreak stronger than ever before? The answer lies in one of the greatest abilities the human body possesses: its power to rebuild. So, If heartbreak can change your brain, disrupt your hormones, weaken your immune system, and even affect your heart, can you ever truly recover? The answer is yes. And the reason is one of the most remarkable abilities of the human body. It's called neuroplasticity. For decades, scientists believed that the adult brain was largely fixed, that once it changed, it couldn't change back. Today, we know that's not true. Your brain is constantly rewiring itself. Every new experience creates new neural connections. Every healthy habit strengthens new pathways. And every day you choose to move forward, your brain slowly learns that the danger is over. Healing doesn't happen overnight. There is no switch that suddenly erases emotional pain. Instead, recovery happens one small step at a time. The first night you sleep peacefully again. The first morning you wake up without immediately thinking about the person you lost. The first genuine smile. The first laugh that catches you by surprise. These moments may seem small, but inside your brain, they are signs of something extraordinary. Your nervous system is beginning to feel safe again. As stress levels fall, cortisol gradually returns to normal. Your heart no longer has to race all day. Inflammation begins to decrease. Your immune system becomes stronger. Your sleep improves. Your memory becomes clearer. Little by little, your body starts repairing itself. But healing isn't just about waiting for time to pass. The choices you make each day can either help your recovery or slow it down. Research consistently shows that regular physical activity is one of the most powerful natural ways to reduce stress. Even a simple walk can trigger the release of endorphins, your body's natural mood boosters. Quality sleep allows both your brain and body to recover. Nutritious food provides the energy needed to repair cells damaged by prolonged stress, and perhaps most importantly, human connection matters. Talking to someone you trust, spending time with supportive friends or family, allowing yourself to be understood instead of suffering in silence. These moments send a powerful message to your brain. You are no longer alone. And that message changes your biology. Many people believe that healing means forgetting, but that's not how the human mind works. You don't heal because the memories disappear. You heal because the memories lose their power to control you. The pain slowly becomes part of your story. Instead of defining your future, some of the strongest, kindest, and most resilient people you'll ever meet carry invisible scars, not because heartbreak made them weak, but because surviving it made them stronger. If you're going through heartbreak right now, it may feel like this pain will never end. Your mind may tell you that you'll never feel normal again, but feelings are not permanent. Your brain can heal, your heart can recover, and your body is designed to adapt even after incredible loss. The broken heart you feel today doesn't have to be the heart you carry forever, because while love has the power to wound us, hope has the power to rebuild us. And perhaps that's the most extraordinary science of all. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear these words today. Because sometimes understanding what's happening inside your body is the first step toward healing your heart. Thank you for watching.